Ein großes Abenteuer liegt vor mir. Ich werde Papas Mörder hängen sehen.
Können wir heute noch aufbrechen?
Wir? Du kommst nicht mit, das war nicht ausgemacht.
Sie schätzen mich falsch ein, wenn Sie glauben, ich wäre so blöd, Ihnen $50 zu geben und Sie damit wegreiten zu lassen.
Ich bin vereidigter US-Marshal.
Das bedeutet mir überhaupt nichts. Ich will, dass die Sache erledigt wird.
Was ist denn hier? Oh, kann dich hinter der Pepper und diesen harten Jungs ja sein, mich gleichzeitig um Baby kümmern.
Oh, ich bin kein Baby.
Ich übernachte nicht in Gasthäusern mit warmen Betten und heißen Mahlzeiten. Ich reite schnell und esse wenig. Und wenn ich ab und zu schlafe, dann auf dem Boden.
Ich habe die Nacht schon mal draußen verbracht. Papa war mit mir und Little Frank letzten Sommer auf Waschbärenjagd. Wir waren die ganze Nacht im Wald. Wir saßen am Feuer und Janelle erzählte Geistergeschichten. Hat Spaß gemacht.
Waschbärenjagd? Das wird keine Waschbären.
We play Rooster Cogburn, who's a U.S. Marshal. He kind of straddles, got a foot in each side of the law, you know, for and against the law. He's well, I guess he's, I don't know if he's a bit of an outlaw, but he has been in the past. Maddie, the character that Haley Steinfeld plays, is looking for the murderer of her father, and she's looking for a man with true grit, and she comes upon Rooster, and he certainly has that in spades.
I think if you took a straw poll of actors all over the world and gave them 3 directors that they'd love to work with, I think Joel and Ethan would probably be on everybody's list. And I'd met them and seen them over the years, and I had a lot of friends who worked with them, and I'd obviously seen all of their films and followed them very, very closely, but I just never had a chance. There was just never a role that was right for me, and so I was thrilled to get a phone call from those guys.
Oh, so from here, there.
Jeff was inspired casting, I thought. Jeff is just, this was a perfect role for him because it's you know, it's a really fun role. It's you know, what the Cogburn character, you know, he drinks too much. He's inappropriate. He bends the rules. He's kind of a classic American, you know, protagonist in a way, imperfectly perfect. And Jeff brings, you know, all of that stuff, and he's incredibly funny and incredibly dynamic as an actor, and just working with him, he brings this kind of joy to his work that it just is really infectious and really fun to be around.
The film takes place in 1878 in Fort Smith, Arkansas, which at the time was a commercial center. It's not a sticks and twigs kind of town out in the prairie, but the last city of the East before you sort of head out into the wilderness. We've happened to find a town here in Granger, Texas, and we managed to kind of recreate something with some substance to it, but something that's not completely finished either.
Granger offered a lot of existing brick architecture that was close to the period. It was mostly built right around the turn of the century, but still could work for 1875. It also had a lot of open areas, so we were able to build in our things, a lot of the wooden structures.
What I'm trying to do with this Western is to make it post-Civil War, not a coal mining town, no swinging saloon doors, you know. It needs to be America on the uprise and have some substantial brick buildings. In order to soften these brick facades, we added balconies and awnings and signs. And you see, we had to put dirt down on these nice wide streets. In the movie, it's supposed to be winter, so we've been taking the leaves off of trees manually. That took a couple of people about a week on a cherry picker just to pick off the leaves. So whatever trees are in the shot, we're trying to make it look like winter. This is the boarding house in the movie, which is a facade, fake facade that we stuck in here, and these talented painters are aging it right now because no fresh paint job ever looks good on a movie, especially for a Western. This street is one of the main shots, and there was probably 6 telephone poles on either side with telephone lines and power lines running through them, which we had removed. There was a couple that were too expensive to take out, so we wrapped it in tree bark, and when you see it from this direction, it should appear to be a tree. This angle happens 4 times in the movie, so to achieve that, we had to build another little house here and 2 facades deep in the background that have those chimney stacks on them, so it looks good on film.
I can't believe the whole transformation, and I'd seen pictures of the town before they even did anything to it, and it was like a drastic change. It was amazing.
Tell 'em that God's gonna cut you down.